You've reached Empress of Oracle, where we tune in to all things the divine. And something that I've been having a lot of success with lately is running gold energy through my my water and my food. And it really, really helps, especially with things that are not so healthy. It helps with, your general, how you're feeling and your stomach. I was recently listening to one of Alba Weinman's hypnosis sessions, which I'm really interested in lately. And actually quite a few of them randomly, people will say, oh, the food is poison. And in one of the videos, she asked, well, what should we do? And the answer was that we need to run gold energy through our food, which as soon as I like heard that, I almost had like a vision of like Egypt, and also had like almost like a vision of like another kind of time, place, reality, whatever. And people were eating something, but it was like a gold dust. It was like, I don't know, it was like so vivid. I don't know. And it's really interesting. So it almost like, so when I do it, I was in Thailand and I was watching the water as the sun is kind of like, at 3 p.m. when the sun is like at that perfect point and it's just so beautiful and it's like that perfect temperature and it's like a nice time to get a tan when you're not going to burn. And if you look at the water, it's shimmering and it's really beautiful. And it almost makes like a sound if you really think about it. And it reminds me, when you're a kid and the music teacher, they have all the different instruments, and there's like the xylophone and there's like the drums and stuff, and then there's that one instrument that all the kids want to play every time they go by it, and they try to go zoop, zoop, and it makes all these like sounds, like a million tiny little bells, like the sound of like fairies, almost like the sound of like fairy dust, like in Peter Pan and the Tinkerbell, she has that like wand and it makes that sound. And so I picture like that. I kind of imagine that sound, and then I also picture like what I saw in Thailand with the shimmering water as I'm doing this. And another thing that I do is I breathe in, breathe out. And the more that you do this for the longer period of time, the stronger that this is going to become. So when I was first doing it, it wasn't super strong, but then the more and more I did it, it was becoming more and more strong. So I hold like the water or the food and breathe in. And I like to close my eyes. It's very similar to what you do with the violet flame, if you've ever done the violet flame. Just running that gold energy through there. And you might start to notice that your hands almost throb. You'll feel like your heartbeat. And that's just a really good way to charge your water. Especially with the way that water is these days, that it's not structured. Like water is supposed to, be running down like a stream or a waterfall, and then we're supposed to drink it. We're not supposed to drink it the way that we are. And I think that would help somewhat with like structuring your water by putting that intention in it. And another thing you can always do, you could sing to it, of course, I do that sometimes. And, or you could, as you're doing that, picture what you want. Picture yourself healthy, picture what you want out of life. And the more that you do this for the longer, of course, that'll have more of an impact. And then another thing, so obviously this is not a very healthy thing. I might just take it. Running gold energy through that. And then I would eat that after. But another thing you can do is, see you've already taken a bite and you haven't ran that gold energy through it. You could just picture it as you're eating it. that gold energy as you're eating it, excuse me. Or another thing that you could do is if you forgot totally after you've eaten, you could almost picture like that food in your stomach or in your intestines being coated in that gold energy. And that's another way that you could do it if you've forgotten to do it before you've eaten. So I hope that this has helped somebody. And if this information would be useful to anybody else, please like, share, subscribe. And I appreciate you for being here. Have an awesome day.